Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're feeling cozy. Today we're going to be going over my, oh my gosh, what month is it? I don't even know. March, reading and watching a wrap up. I don't know how I forgot what month it was, but we're already at the end of March 2024. Can you guys believe that? That's actually kind of crazy if I'm thinking about it. Wait, that means we're like a quarter of the way through the year, right? Yes, we're a quarter of the way through the year already. Wait. Okay, that's kind of crazy to actually think about because I feel like 2024 just started, which it still kind of did just start, but still. Anyways, first let's go through what I have been reading. I read quite a few books, to be honest. At the beginning of the month, I kind of like hit the ground running. I was reading so much and then just kind of slowed down. I've been playing a lot of video games lately, and so yeah, that's where most of my time has been going, but I will still talk about what I did read. So first I started off the month by reading Bocchi the Rock Volume 2, which, if you haven't read Bocchi the Rock, what are you doing? So good. I love these characters. They're so cute and so sweet. It's just, I don't know, just a very sweet, wholesome. It almost reminds me of like a coming of age story in a way, because you kind of see these characters grow up. It's definitely more in the range of slice of life. They start their band together. You're just seeing them work through their struggles, especially Bocchi, who has social anxiety. So very good. Definitely recommend. Then I read My Gently Raised Beast volume number 5. So I am finally, here it is at the bottom, caught up, which I love, 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 love. My Gently Raised Beast. It is a webtoon, I believe, but I love it so much. And I actually wrote like a little note about it, so let's read this. Main character's relationship grows and we are getting really cute moments, which we did. We also see just how willing her evil, nasty sister, who's an evil, basically like stepsister in this book, how willing her sister is to take on her revenge plan and take control of the beast. Oh, I forgot that happened. Like, this is kind of refreshing my memory. I was so annoyed with her at the end of that. So yeah, basically her nasty, ugly wrench of a stepsister wants to take control of the beast using another person. So has her like pawn that she had swallow the stone, which scares me for our main characters because the male lead is technically a divine beast that also can turn into a human form. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. Okay, let's go on to my next thing. Oh, y'all. Vampire Dormitory numbers. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Y'all, I am loving this series. I actually just picked up volume 7 last night. So, yeah, I love it so much. It is a very good vampire cross-dressing love story-esque kind of thing. And the most recent volume I read, so number 6, our male lead finds out that our female lead is a female, not a male, because they were dressing as a male to disguise themselves, giving Aura and Host Club vibes. But I really love this series. It is getting an anime coming in, I believe, fall this year, so keep an eye out for that. I definitely recommend this series. Like you guys know, I watched Vampire Night and it absolutely destroyed me, and I wanted to cry, vomit, write angry reviews, and tell them that they're horrible for including the weird incest in that series that wasn't even necessary. So this series has kind of healed me from Vampire Night, and I definitely need something to heal me from that. But anyways, Also, if you recommend any really good vampire series, let me know because I'm in my vampire manga anime era, and yeah, these covers are so nice. I do really like these covers. Very sweet. It gives love triangle also which gives classic shoujo vibes with the love triangle. Alright, anyways, let's move on to the next book that I read, which was Imakoi number 9. 8, not 9. Imakoi number 8, because I just finally got Imakoi number 9, which is the last book in the series, last night because my bookstore didn't have it, and then last night I found it put in the wrong section, which I'm happy I found it, but still. So I did read 8. It was like a little reread, because I was getting prepared to read 9, but then I just now got it. So anyways, I did read Imakoi number 8. And I said that we get to see relationships building and strengthening, and how clashing and being upfront and honest can help strengthen a relationship instead of just trying to avoid conflict. I really like that this book brought up how sometimes some small little conflicts are necessary in a relationship to kind of get the other person to understand how you are feeling and get your point across, instead of just going along with everything and acting like everything is perfect. So I really loved this book for doing that and showing that. Next up, I read this book. Please look and read the title that is on the screen. I don't want to try and pronounce it because I know I'm going to do so bad at pronouncing it. I promise I will learn how to pronounce it one day, but this was a volume 1, and let me tell you, I wrote a little bit to tell you guys, but I am so excited to start reading more and more of this series. It is so good. Like, blew my mind, beat any expectation I could possibly have. In my little note, I said, I'm so excited to start this series. It has already beat my expectations, which I just told you guys. I think the best way to explain it is childhood love that gets broken up, although they weren't even dating. Then they find each other again in high school. In this first volume, we see that the characters are struggling with their emotions, and our female lead realizing her friends weren't really her friends, and she begins to find herself again after reuniting with her childhood love. So very cute. Our two main characters kind of like basically get torn apart and then come back together and meet each other again when they're in different stages of life. And I don't know, it feels like our female lead definitely lost herself and now she's finding herself again. So definitely recommend. Very cute. I don't know if I did a good job describing it, but very cute. I know a lot of people love this series, so I definitely recommend. I think there might be an anime for it. I'm going to have to check that out if there is one. Then the last thing I read this month was Villains Are Destined to Die 5 and 6. So now I am finally caught up in Villains Are Destined to Die. I was really far behind, and now I'm caught all the way up, which I'm very happy about. These covers are so nice. This is also, I believe, considered a webtoon. Very beautiful covers, especially this one. I really want to see where the story's going, who she ends up picking in the game. If she beats the game, does she go back to her reality? Like, if you read the series, you'll understand where I'm going with these questions, but I don't know. And for some reason, I kind of want her to pick, I don't know what he's called, but the, like, one official that she meets during the hunting tournament. You guys know what I'm talking about, and she's really scared of him, but kind of really want her to pick him as her one that she goes for, but she's just trying to win the game, basically, but still. And I feel like I should explain a little bit, because if you're hearing me say she's just trying to win the game, you're probably confused. So basically, in the beginning of the series, she's playing like kind of like a dating sim game where you can pick different paths depending on the relationships you choose, and there's an easy mode and a hard mode, and she ends up getting trapped in the hard mode to where she's actually playing as the character, but like she's actually in the game doing it, and she has to try and survive and not die, because in the hard mode, the character tends to die, so she has to be really, really careful and try to up her affection ratings with all of the characters as much as she can to avoid death. So basically, that's what it's about. When I first started reading it, I was like, what the heck is this? But then it kind of sucked me in, so it will probably suck you into. Very good series. It is very well loved online as well, so definitely recommend you check this out. If I had to recommend only 2 books from my monthly reading this month, it would probably be Vampire, Dormitory, and the one I can't pronounce. These 2 would be my recommendations for you guys. I can't talk. My recommendations for you guys to read, just based off what I have read this month. Now let's look at what I have been watching, which is a little bit exciting because I finally got around to watching a series that I have been meaning to watch for a while. So let's see. First of all, I want to cry my eyes out because the Pocket Theory Diaries, A Sign of Affection, Fragrant, and Seventh Time Loop, my 4 that I have been watching weekly, all ended within like the same span of 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, 3 days. They all ended and had their last episode. I don't know how that happened. I'm pretty sure they all had different start times too. So kind of crazy, but I definitely recommend all of those. The Pocket Theory Diaries gives me, what kind of vibes does it give me? A little bit of Yona of the Dawn vibes, a little bit of, definitely some Yona of the Dawn vibes in there. Oh, a little bit of Inuyasha vibes, that kind of deal. There is shoujo in it, shoujo aspects, like there's romance in it is what I mean, not shoujo. There's romance in it, but that's not the main focus, but there is romance in it, which is kind of comes to the forefront most of the time, and it is definitely a slow burn. So if you like a good slow burn, recommend. It's a historical anime. There's mystery in it, solving mysteries. It's a great time, okay? A Sign of Affection, straight up shoujo romance, beautiful, love it, not a slow burn. And then Frieren definitely gives me Inuyasha vibes. Yeah, more so than a Pocket Theory Diaries. I don't know why I said that one gives me Inuyasha vibes. But Frieren definitely gives me Inuyasha vibes. It's basically a group of people traveling together, and one of them is an elf who has lived for thousands and thousands of years and is traveling with this group to relive some of her journeys from her past life. Um, and she actually is realizing that she was in love with one of the people that was on her past journeys, and she's kind of reliving it, and we're seeing her realize that she was actually in love with the character's name is Himmel. So yeah, and also we have a little bit of a romance going between Fern and Stark, which are 2 of our main characters that we are following through the series. So it's very slice of life. They're going on their adventures. Very beautiful. Very just beautiful story. There's so much love for it online. A lot of people from all kinds of different communities love it for all kinds of different reasons. Like I said, there's romance in it. There's fighting. There's some action, adventure, slice of life. Just very, very good storytelling. Okay, and then Seventh Time Loop is about a girl who keeps reliving her life. At a certain age, she keeps dying and then coming back to life and reliving and reliving and reliving. And in this 7th time loop, she actually ends up um, living married to the person that killed her in her past life, and she's trying to prevent him from turning bad. And there's definitely a lot of romance there between the 2 characters and a lot of tension. So definitely recommend. That was like basically of this like winter season animes, like the dark horse in the running that kind of like snuck up on you in a good way and ended up being so amazing. Like it's like a hidden gem, if you will. Okay, and then the last thing that I watched this month was Death Note. I watched all of Death Note finally. Um, y'all don't hate on me, okay? I loved it. I thought it was so great. But did I feel like it could have ended earlier on? It didn't need to go on as long as it did. Yes. Now, if you haven't seen Death Note, maybe not listen to this part if you're trying to avoid spoilers. But if you had seen it, this is what I mean. After L finds out and before Light kills L, I think it could have ended in that area. Like right at when he finds out and he, you know, before Light decides to forget everything and go into solitary confinement and all that it just kind of dragged on for me. I thought it was perfection. I loved everything about it up until that point. And then when I hit that point, I was like, all right, where are we going with the story? When's this gonna end? I'm a little bit tired of this. Like, I really loved Elle as a character, so that also might be why I got kind of upset with how Elle's character just was kind of like, okay, bye, moving on. Next, here's Elle's replacements to come in and take over. But yeah, I really did love it. I loved it so, so much, and I think it's such a great anime up until that point. At that point, I was like, come on, guys, sometimes we need to know when to end a good thing. But that's just my personal opinion. If I were to watch it again, I'd probably end it there anyways for myself. But that's what I thought. Don't hate me. You guys might think something different, and that's perfectly fine. So don't hate me. But my favorite character in that show is Misa, and I actually do have a Misa figure that I got before I even watched the show. Whoa! I just threw her. Are you okay? She's okay. I got before I even watched the show because Misa's character design is literally just everything she is. So, so cute. So, after I got her character, I was like, okay, now I really do have to watch the show sooner or later. But anyways, that is everything I read and watched this month. And let me know what you've been reading, watching, any recommendations, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay cozy.